Hello, viewers. Welcome to Mahbub's guest today's episode. Everybody knew that the 2021 Canadian federal election will take place on September 20 this year, 2021, to elect members of the House of Commons to the 44th Canadian Parliament. In this regard, I have a very distinguished guest with me. He is Khalis Ahmed. Khalis Ahmed, welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Viewers, Khalis Ahmed is the NDP, New Democratic Party, NDP candidate in Calgary-Nose Hill. Ahmed was the NDP candidate in the 2017 by-election in Calgary-Heritage, and 2015 and 2019, he did the election in Calgary-Signal Hill. And Khalis Ahmed is a geoscientist who worked for decades leading and managing projects in the oil and gas sector in Canada and Norway. Khalis lives with his wife and two children in Calgary-Signal Hill, where he volunteers as president of the Association of Bangladeshi Geologist and for the Bangladesh-Canada Association. So in the last election in 2019, he got 5,121 votes and secured third position. And in that riding, Conservative Party leader Ron Liepert, he won and went to the Ottawa. So Khalis, my first question is how are you doing right now?
Okay, this is for the political thing. So what I can say is we always achieve something, we always win something. You see that I was losing some election, I was being elected as an MP, but every election we got something new and we learned, and that's the winning for us. So for now, I'm looking for another win, that how we can do our best for the society and how we can present ourselves as a representative for our people.
I know, Khalis, you are super busy with your election campaign. So I'd like to ask a question about that. How is your campaign going on?
Okay, for the campaign, we have lots of responsibilities here too. Because of the COVID situation, we have to be following some rules and regulations, and we must be safe. So door knocking is number one, and we're doing it, but we have to be very careful for that thing. Then other thing is the communication through social media. In the social media, we can engage a lot of people, and then the problem of social media here is people, they want to know and they want to involve themselves only the things they like. So it's kind of open and then kind of closed again. So in this regard, most campaigning is mostly social media based, and then there is signage and those billboards. And to do those things, we need a group of volunteers, and we have volunteers too. So all the segments, if we communicate, then it is going very nicely. And people can ask me question from any corner at any time through the social media, through my personal email addresses. So we're very connected with people. So that's how we're working on right now.
Great. And Khalis, why do you run for election? Basically, I saw that you ran before several times. So why do you run for election?
When you are a people person, I'm a social person. I'm with many other social engagement too, and I do volunteer for the society. So I see that people need something. They need someone to raise their voice to the decision maker, and as the decision maker, they are not connected with the society, even they are elected because of their political party or political view. So we need someone who can represent our people, who can take action for any cause. So that is the number one reason that I'm running, because I need to represent my people.
Great. And what is your election manifesto at this time?
I'm an NDPer, New Democratic Party. We always are the People's Party. So we always work mostly for the working class and middle class. And that's the way that our main manifesto is what we need for these people. You know about this COVID situation when it started. We need to support them because many businesses are closed, many small businesses are not able to run. So we have to help them. So you see, this NDP manifesto is my manifesto. That is like we have to help them, and we have to have affordable housing, affordable healthcare. Then people can live. So we have to support them during this pandemic. So
Mhm.
all these are my manifesto. But you think about it, like when this pandemic will be over, and then people need to get back to their job, and then our economy is already like pulled back. So we have to boost our economy too. So all these are my manifesto too. Like we have to create more jobs for the society, for the people. And then beside this, what is my personal view is we kind of are kind of scaring the upper class, the class who made more money. We don't know how to do with them, but it's nothing to be scared because they're responsible people. They're smart people. They make money doesn't mean that they make money from you. They're smart people. They know how to make money.
Mhm.
So they should be responsible. They should feel responsible. We shouldn't scare them. We should let them feel that they're part of the society and they have responsibility to the society too. On the other hand, they get back something from the society. They just don't keep paying to the society, to the working class or to the lower income people. They get back something too. So my personal understanding is beside my NDP manifesto, we have to think about it. That's a different way of thinking because we are not taking money from them. Uh, we are taking the responsibility for the society. And you know that like this money things, it doesn't stay to one people or one group of people forever. It's cycles, right? It goes up and then goes down. So we have to improve the cycle. We have to improve the cycle. That would be the next target for us. So that what I'm thinking for if I'm winning, I'll let people to think about it and let NDP think about it.
Understand. So, Khalis, this time, like 2021, you are running from Calgary-Nose Hill. We know that before you also before ran for Calgary-Heritage, you ran for Calgary-Signal Hill before. So, my question is, why did you change your election constituency several times?
Okay, I live in Calgary-Signal Hill.
Mm-hmm.
This is my now, and I used to live in Calgary-Nose Hill. And Calgary Heritage that was a by-election, and I think that was kind of my decision and my party decision that I ran for the by-election. That was a different view because I don't know, like most of the people that think that when you run for a by-election, you get a better your face out and your name out to the whole nation because it's a federal election. So
Right.
people all over Canada, they will be looking like who is running against in the empty seat against conservative
Mm-hmm.
where her prime minister was the prime minister. So that was the main target of the things, and I think like during the debate I could contribute more. So that was a different thing. And I live in Calgary-Signal Hill, and I like to run for Calgary-Signal Hill.
Mm-hmm.
This time I choose Calgary-Nose Hill because I think like there are a lot of things going around, and number one thing is people always talk about environmental thing, and Calgary-Nose Hill is the largest green space within the city. So there is a, if you see the map, it's like there is a big park, natural park within the city. So I think like when people talk about environment, they will ask me some question about environment, and I think I can contribute more over there, and that will people listen because sometimes people they talk, they look, they see the thing as they want. They don't look for a second thought or something like that. So I think I can contribute to the second thought. It's like what we have to think about environment. I'm a geologist. I see things for like millions of years, not like 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years. Like you see that a lot of talk going around global warming thing. And as a geologist, I know that it is not like only 100 years, it's a million years thing. So we have to contribute there. Yes, as a human being and as a human race, we you know, like the curve is like going up, and we kind of like pulling it up more by contributing to the like chlorofluorocarbon in the atmosphere. But what can we do? Can we drag it down? Can we really minimize it? So that thing we have to think from a far different stages, instead of being a politicians or being a shallow focused person. I think we have to look it from a far different position, and we must work on the curve shouldn't go up, and we shouldn't pull it up more, because when nature does the change, it gives us time to adapt. When we contribute more to change this thing, then we don't have time to adapt. So if the sea level is rising rapidly and more than the nature wants, because of our contribution, then we will be in trouble. So we have to work on that. So that is my main issue, was to running for Calgary-Nose Hill, because there is the biggest park within the city, natural park. And I hope that people will ask me some question regarding this. What is your belief about environment? And that I am ready to answer.
Got it. And what sets you apart from the other candidates?
Okay, I'm a geologist. That is a big difference from other candidate, because the candidates are politicians. I'm not a politician. I'm a professional person. Number one. Number two, the decision the politician makes. We live in Alberta, so our biggest sector is oil and gas.
Right.
And most of the people, even from Ottawa, the people who make the decision, they are not one of us. They are not one of us. So their decision, we like, they don't feel the consequences. We do, and our people do. So that is the main difference from them. And the other thing is, like, when you see something, you see from one perspective, or someone asks you to show from this view, this direction. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. So that is a big difference for me, I believe.
So, Khalis, if you could pick one, what do you see as the most complex issue facing your riding in Calgary-Nose Hill today?
The job situation.
Okay.
The job situation isn't good. Like, the small business owner and the people with the lower income people, they are really in bad shape, because those are like impacted mostly with this pandemic. So that will be the number one issue, right? But if you see for a long run, there is like other things like housing, education, healthcare, but the number one is like job situation.
Okay. And how would the election of you as a member of your party benefit Calgary voters?
I mean, I must be very open here. In totally in Alberta, in most cases, the conservative, for the federal election, they get 70% votes. That's the main scenario, and the 30% we kind of like all the progressive people, and then non-progressive people, some really conservative people like the Christian Heritage Party. So we share that 30%. So you can tell us, it's like we are putting an option to the people all the time, that you have an option, you have a better option, you choose it. Don't always blame the candidates or the parties. You have responsibility too. As a voter, you choose your person, you choose the right person. And like the same thing goes with the federal position of my party. Is like we are kind of like third in the parliament. The same thing goes here. Like, people that they vote for conservative first, then they vote for, like, not first, most, and then they vote for liberal, they vote for NDP. So they have to, they have responsibility too. So I'm putting me up as one of their options. So they have to choose which option is best for them. So if they choose it wrong, and still they have chance for the next election, but it's the consequences they have to face.
Got it. So last but not the least, is there anything else you'd like to add in a final message to your voters?
I think the voters, you have an option. You have an option. You choose your option. You don't think is like this party is not ruling Canada, but think about our contribution, like for your healthcare, universal health care, for your EI, for your CPP. Think about the contribution, our social contribution, and we grow up as human being, like human race. We are being social. We are not like only for us, we are for others too. So think about that line. Number two, if you don't choose the better options for you, then like we suffer. Like any political decision, it takes 30 years to get out of the consequences or happens for any decision. So your decision is yours. So you make a better decision what you want. And think about it is like we are heading to a world that is very united and that is very together. So for this togetherness, the upper class has responsibility, and it's not they're losing something, they're getting something from here too. We have to give them the feelings that you are getting something from here too. And for the working class and for the middle class, this is not the end. Believe me, the thing will be better. Things will be better through time. It will take 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, but we will be in a society where everybody is integrated. So think about the cycle, the lower class, upper class, and then the total economic cycle and total social cycle. Think about it, and it will be better. It will change. So we should lead it to a better position for us. And we all together will make this cycle better.
Great.
That works for everybody.
Wishing you all the best, Khalis Ahmed, and thank you very much for your valuable time with our viewers. Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Viewers, thank you very much for watching our today's show. Khalis Ahmed, you as our guest for today. So wishing him all the best for upcoming 20th September and the federal election. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned with Canadian Bangladeshi News. Thank you.